What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here back for more Ark Survival Ascended. Alright, so we got a brand new creature here we're going to be covering. This is called, let me find it specifically, the Extreme Creatures Tyrannosaurus. It's actually directly below me right now. So this is the same mod creator that created the Extreme Creatures Spino. It is called the Gargant-Tyrannosaurus. There it is. We're in creative mode, by the way, just so we could actually get a good look at it. So this is one of the creatures that you have to knock out tame. It's relatively simple. I believe it doesn't have any different saddle. I'm not worried about it attacking me. It does actually have its own saddle. Right there, the Gargant-Tyrannosaurus saddle. So what I gotta do is, yes, we're in creative, so I need to make a rifle, a long neck rifle, and some darts. I will make 100 of these, sure. Probably shouldn't have made 100 of them, should I, huh? Because that's, I realized it's got weird. Okay, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done 100. Because it's gonna spawn in like 1,000 of these things. But let's just tame this thing really quickly. It's, from what I understand, it's a knockout tame, and then you gotta feed it. So the facial features, let me go back to the beginning. It spawns in the mountains, and is easier to find on extinction. Feeding them after it is torpid to tame. For a description on how to play, check out the image on the mod page. Do we trank it? Is this like a trank out tame? I do believe it is a trank out tame. So what we're gonna try to do is, you probably should want to trap something like this. I'm not entirely sure. Let's trank it out. I spawned this one in just because of the fact, like I said, we're in creative mode, so I have the availability to spawn these kind of things in. I think it is a I love the sounds of it. I love the footprints. They look insane. I was hoping I could get it to do its roar again. Let me see if I can flee far enough and get it to come back in and do its roar on me. Because it's got a different roar. There it is. That's the roar right there. It's a slightly different roar than a normal one. I actually don't have this on the hotbar. Whoops, let me reattach that. We're going to equip that. Going to go like this. And its torpor is actually dropping relatively quickly. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna click off screen for a second just because I want to see something here. The game is still playing, so it has multiple different attacks. I got the mod introduction on here on my other screen as well. So let me tame this bad boy up really quick, and then we'll go into details on it. I'm gonna get some kibble made here in a minute, but I'm not too worried about it right this second. But the look of this thing is insane. This man does fantastic mods, and I mean man just as in general. I don't know, you know what I mean, but. This mod is just insane. I love the texture down the spine. Ooh, that's a cheeky little spin move, if I do say so. Ooh, are you getting angry? Like, are you getting... Oh, why are you getting red? Why are you getting red? What is going on that you're getting red? What is going on that you're getting red? Change appearance. What does that mean? Change appearance. What does change appearance mean? Whoa, that was cool. Do I gotta change what I look like to tame it? Give me 1 second here. All right, we're back. It's telling me change. I probably shouldn't have like clicked off screen knowing that it was gonna torpor down really quickly, but it is what it is. I'm gonna just knock it out really fast and just see what that does, because I'm not entirely sure how to tame this thing. I think it's just, it says when it's torpid, so that means knocked out, or maybe when it's angry. So what we'll do then is we'll knock this thing out really quickly and see if that does it, and we'll go from there, because I honestly don't know, and this creature is very interesting. I kind of like this Tyrannosaurus, just the way it looks. It's based off of a different creature. I like the little stomp it's got. It's based off the Tyrannosaurus, but it's based off like a different variation of the Tyrannosaurus. I don't remember exactly what it said. It says it in the mod description. But let's just see if we can get to an angle where I can continue to pepper it in the head. I don't know what it's doing when it goes like red like that on its back. I'm not entirely sure, but I like the spin move that it does. Is this when it's torpid? Is this considered the torpid mode? Like, is that what this is? I'm not entirely sure, because I know we're losing... It says change appearance. Do I gotta change my clothes? Like, I get it, I'm getting attacked, so generally I wouldn't be able to hit this thing right now. Or, I mean, I'd be dead right now, I get that. But I'm wondering, like, maybe you have to... Generally, you'd want to trap this, so this, like, ignore what I'm doing right now, because what I'm doing makes absolutely no sense. but generally you would trap this guy and try to tame it. But I have no clue why. It looks like it's turning into an alpha variation, but I don't believe that it is. I'm gonna try to knock it. It looks fantastic, dude. That is insane. That's an AoE attack. So that must be like a charge, excuse me, I burped. That must be like a charged up attack of some sort. Like it builds up its anger or something and just lets it out. I'm gonna believe, right, at least, that this is probably a passive tame. Or, not passive tame. Knockout tame? Jeez. Like how I'm saying it's a passive tame as the dude's trying to eat my face. Like, that's not at all what I meant. So let's just keep peppering it with tranks. I'm not entirely sure, truthfully, what this thing is. I'm trying not to look too detailed into it. It's torpor running. It says change appearance on there. I don't know what that means. What we'll do then is if this isn't the proper way to tame this, I will I'll like cut to when it does get tamed, if like we don't tame it off of the trank darts, I mean. Because I'm not entirely sure. I checked the mod description and I didn't see anything in the mod description on how to tame it. It just says when it gets torpid, feed it. But I don't know what that has to do with anything. Like, because right now it's torpor running, if that means anything, I don't know. So let's just try to knock it really quickly. We're only about 2,000 away, which isn't terrible. And I'm going with shocking trank darts and a 100% long neck. You'd be able to tame this a lot faster than what I am if you had anything other than this. So let me just knock this guy out really quickly here. I love the way this thing looks. This is absolutely one of those creatures I would like to add. All right, it's technically out. I believe it is out. So let me just get rid of this here. So this isn't in my way. Can I access its inventory? I can. So let me do something really quickly. I have raw meat. I don't want to try to tame it with raw meat. So we're going to make a cooking pot. Not a cooking pot. Why did I make a cooking pot? Yeah, actually, we're going to make a cooking pot. We're going to craft one and get a tech gen. Just because it's faster. And we'll make some element. 2 pieces of element. Alright, so what we need is place the cooking pot down. Place the tech gen down right next to it. Place the element in there. Turn this on. This is now powered. Let's make some of the top tier kibble. I don't see anything in here for any other kibble, so let's make 20, just 22 just because. All right, let's test to see if this is a knockout tame. It says put food in inventory. So yeah, this must be just your regular knockout tame. I'm very intrigued. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very intrigued on what this thing can do. Because this thing looks absolutely insane. Now that we've got a minute to take a look at it, it just looks like a total beast. It's a Gargant-Tyrannosaurus is what it is called. Gargant? Gargant? Yeah, I'm going to say Gargant. Gargant-Tyrannosaurus. Just looks insane. I just can't wait to see what it can actually do. I'm just going to move this. Hang on a second. I keep pressing the left bumper and B because that's where I'm used to having my spyglass. I mean, that looks insane, dude. I'm hoping this thing is an easy tame. I could spawn one in tamed if I wanted to. But I wanted to make sure we tamed it the proper way first. So let's actually do... Let's see what this thing tames up as. I don't know if there's any other ones on the map, truthfully. But I'm very, very intrigued with this creature. So I'm going to read its little dossier thing we got here, the mod introduction. So the rage increased based on the damage and decreases gradually if no damage is taken recently. Rage cannot be increased when there are other Team Gargant-Tyrannosaurus nearby. So it's a solo fighter, pretty much. So it's got the left mouse button, which is your tap, which would be your bite. Higher the rage, higher the damage. Can kill the carried dino and continuously regenerate health. Long press is when you like latch onto it, like we saw in the preview on the premium mod showcase that Ark just posted. So you can grab a small dino. The right mouse button, tap, attack based on the direction of view. So it switches. Long press of the right mouse button will switch to the charging stance after a chomp. Oh wow, press the left mouse button while charging stance and rage is above half to knock back nearby enemies and break their bones. Add a buff to melee attack output damage increase and resist bleeding and burn to self. So that's kind of cool. Press the right mouse button while in charging stance and rage is full. Do ultimate attack, knock flying enemies around you and break the bone, which must be the one that we saw him do the spin. So Tap the C button, or the C key, to do a roar. If there are any island alpha boss trophies in his inventory, it will be strengthened. It's temporarily unavailable right now for some reason. The Broodmother adds piercing damage and releases poison gases. The Gorilla Bite damage will be increased, so that went up by 46%. The Gorilla adds bite damage be increased, and ultimate attack will kill enemies less than 20% health. The Dragon will reduce damage taken, and ultimate attack will burn enemies. There's also a long press on the C key, which will switch to the ambush stance. During the ambush stance, it cannot attack or run, and cannot be targeted by wild creatures, and invisible to players from a distance. Okay, and X, enable, disable, turn in place. So this is like a super T-Rex then, kind of what it sounds like to me. This sounds like it's going to be an insanely powerful T-Rex. So let's get that Gargant saddle up here really quick, because we're going to take this thing out and play. It's got 20, so that's kind of cool. Or not 20, why did I say 20? 20 weight. It's got 30 armor, so I don't need all of these. I'm gonna chuck like half of my inventory. I don't know, I accidentally, you guys saw it, I accidentally grabbed like 50 of them and I didn't mean to. And since I'm on creative, I don't care about all that stuff. I messed up, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I dropped my kibble. No, I didn't. The kibble's inside her, isn't it? Yeah, all of it's right there. Okay. So yeah, this creature looks really, really good. It looks really, really interesting, honestly. But they spawn in the mountains. So it could be, I'm assuming, in any place where Rexes are on mountains. So it could be anywhere around here. You could find one naturally spawning. Apparently they spawn heavier on extinction, is what the mod description says. So that's very interesting if I do say so myself. What else do we got going on? Anything? I'm trying to see if I could see one naturally. I don't want to spawn one in just yet if I don't have to, or another one in if I don't have to, should I say? Because like I said, I spawned that one in just to be able to showcase it. But no, this is the second creature I've covered from this person, and the Spino was insane. This Tyrannosaurus looks absolutely nuts too, so I'm kind of excited to see what this thing can do. So I'll bring you guys back once this thing is fully tamed. Alright, so I just spawned those things into my inventory. We have all three of the trophies now, so I kind of want to see what each one will do individually. Like, I know what they said they do, but I actually want to see it for real. I want to see what it actually can do. This guy should be almost ready. Like, you got to be close to being done, right? You're actually almost 100 points down, so that's roughly where it generally tames. There it goes. Alright, so we got the Gargant-Tyrannosaurus. Let's slap the saddle on this. Hop on its back, and let's take a look what this creature can do. Let's find something just to attack. I see on the bottom left, it's got like the rage mode indicator is what I'm assuming that is. So 348 damage to start. That is not terrible. The left is a stomp. Left trigger on a controller is a stomp, which is kind of what we were talking about earlier. Let's try to aggro a bunch of creatures and see. So is it doing more damage because it's fighting? No, okay. It was just, it must have been mate boosted, the other one. So, base of 400. How many points did you come out in melee? That's only 28, so that's actually kind of really good. Base of 400, not bad. I'm wondering if, like, dependent on stronger creatures and other contributing factors, like if this thing has like an alpha buff or anything like that. Let's go to, do I want to fight that? That's an Aegisaurus. Why not, actually? Let's do this. Because we could definitely use the rage to actually go up to see what kind of damage this guy can do. We're inside the force field. We should be taking some sort of damage, right? Oh, we're in creative mode. Whoops, that's why. There we go. Actually, I'm going to have to kill this thing and disable creative because for some odd reason my creature's taking no damage. I didn't think that was how that worked. But let me hop off this guy's back really quickly. Disable creative. Now you can get hit, right? Can you get hit now? I don't know why my creature's not getting hit at all. Because this is very heavily based on getting... There we go. There we go. Now we're getting hit. Now we're getting hit. Yeah, it must have been because I was in creative, I'm assuming. Let's let that rage build up. 399. Yep, damage numbers are going up. 400. 413. 436. What is hitting me now? Turtle? Okay, that's weak. I kind of just got to sit here and let damage happen. Actually, no, I can go right over there. I see stuff I can go fight. Okay, so 441 is what we're at. Let's see what we can hit now with the stomp. 752 on the stomp. That is insane. This guy actually moves pretty quick for a Rex, too, to be honest. I kind of like how fast this guy moves. Let's go over here and just annoy everything in the neighborhood, because why not? Let's absolutely just piss everything off. Go for the stomp again. Just let me take some damage. Build up that rage meter. So it was... I'm going to switch back over to the tab page here really quickly. So we could do the mouse right trigger button, which is what I'm doing, which is that bite. The left one is this. Attack based on the direction of view. This must be what that one is. And long... Oh, that's... Okay, so I had that backwards. The left mouse button is the right mouse button on this, or right trigger for me, because I'm on a controller. So I can grab a smaller creature. Let me try to grab that one thing over here. Let me see if I can grab this. This, what is this big thing called? Oh, I'm raging out a little bit. Let's see, can I grab it? Nope, that might be too big, I'm assuming. Is that too big of a creature, or can I not grab it when in rage mode? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, we just stomped that thing into the ground. Let's turn back around. We need to find something really, really small. I thought I saw in the video it grabbed a parasaur. Can I grab you? Do I have it in my mouth? I don't. I thought I could grab a parasaur. I believe I can. I don't know why I can't grab that one, but either way. Ooh, maybe this Moss Chops is technically small enough? Let's see. Nope. Maybe it's the left trigger anyway. It must be the left trigger, is what the bite is to grab the small creatures. Oh no, that's the charge stance. Oh, I switched my stance is what I just did. That's what I did, yeah, I switched my stance. Okay, that's interesting. That is definitely interesting. Let me see if I can click out of it. Is this how you grab stuff? That's the stomp. So yeah, no, that's not it. It's gotta be the right trigger that I was trying before. It's gotta be the bite. Let's test it on this parasaur. No, I can't bite that parasaur. I can't pick it up. Why can't I pick that guy up? I'm really confused as to why I can't pick that thing up. Either way, let's throw the Broodmother trophy in. Oh, gotta enable creative really quick to give me health. There we go. Disable creative. Drops my health back down. I could probably just spawn myself in the fur I need, but either way, it's fine. Okay, so it says put one into its inventory, so let's try the dragon. The sea is roar. What just... Did we just... Hold on, what did we do? I heard music. What is the buff we got right now? So, by having the dragon, reduce damage taken and ult burns enemies. That's cool. Not really what I was looking to do there on that one. Let's switch out to the Megapithecus, because this one seems like it does the most. Bite damage be increased. Excuse me. And ult attack will kill enemies with less than 20% health. Let's try this again. Your dino has been strengthened. Okay. So let's see. Bite damage should have gone up. Yeah. Oh yeah. Bite damage definitely went up. We're hitting over 100 more and we don't have any rage built up. So yeah, this thing's kind of insane. Okay. It supposedly, per the mod page, which I mean I believe, but the Broodmother apparently adds piercing damage. So let's test this. Oh wow. Hold on. Hold timeout. Does that change the layout of the dino too? I need to check that. Hang on a minute. No, that's just the saddle, I do believe. Or are those the spikes kicking? I'm confused. Is that the saddle? That's not the saddle, is it? No, that's the dino itself. Okay. Why did that... What did I change on the dino? Okay, so just by having that in its inventory, it does that. Let me see if I can swap this in again. And let's do this. Alright, let's go back and bite some things. Okay. We're doing some pretty solid... What is that? 100... Is that the piercing damage? That must be the piercing damage from the broodmother. Does this thing have a cooldown of some sort? Oh, this is the ambush stance. Yep, this is the ambush stance. Okay. You can hop out of it. Yep, okay. Let's try the roar again. Maybe I can't use it because I used it too much? I don't know, maybe. Well, let's see. Let's try to get the aggro. I want to get the aggro on me. I want to build up its rage. I want to let this thing just get hit a bunch of times. Build up its rage really quick. While we're doing that, I'm just going to wait a second and we'll just spike our fortitude. Spike our fortitude so we survive a little better. Let this guy just take some damage, and then we'll probably wrap it up after this is done, because I'm trying to get us to take some damage. And you know what? Why not? Let's just spike our melee. The health is kind of low. I will not lie. That's my phone going off. Or, let's see. Alright, the rage is getting built up, and to do the ultimate, which is what? Let the rage get built. 881 damage, that just said. Jeez. Alright, so there's going to be a way to activate the ultimate. Let my health get pretty low. Alright, we at complete rage mode? Yes, we are. What is the ultimate? How do we activate the ultimate attack? Let's see. I'm not seeing anything on here that says use the ultimate attack. There's a way to do it, and I'm not entirely sure how. I can't... I died to cold. Give me a second. Alright guys, we're back. I'm not entirely sure how to do the ultimate. If any of you figure it out, let me know. I'm looking at the thing right now. But thank you guys for watching. This is the Gargant-Tyrannosaurus. I'm going to do a little more looking into it because this creature looks insane. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys back here next time.